Okay, hi, here, sorry. I'm Susanne Raalte from the Swedish Transport Administration. I will be talking about BIM and GIS initiatives. I work at the Swedish Transport Administration as a strategist with data, asset management and BIM. And I'm also holding the membership of OGC and Building Smart International. And that's why I'm going to talk a little bit about the collaboration of these two organizations within the BIM and GIS area. So I will, okay, I can't turn around, sorry. So I will be starting to just get you an overview of what standards do we have in BIM GIS. I won't go into deep in this one, just to give you a brief overview. And then I will talk a little bit about Building Smart International and OGC's joint initiative about BIM and GIS. And then I will give you a brief introduction to what we are doing right now, implementing OpenBIM and IFC in the STA. I just, to get you into this, so I give you this image here. Why should we use this? We have a lot of projects in our, we are building. So we are using a lot of GIS and we are using a lot of BIM. So that's why I'm standing here. We're trying to find out how we should manage to get these together. So you can recognize this ISO image. So within the TC211, where we are right now, we have this 19166. It's about geographic information, BIM to GIS, conceptual mapping. And there are also in another committee, the TC59. They are responsible for the 23262, and it's about GIS and BIM interoperability. And now they're coming with the new one, is 23143. I have an image a little bit after this one. It's also about the exchange between these BIM and GIS then. And I also wanted to show you this for TC59. They also hold the ISO for IFC. It's 16739, and also 19650, which is the BIM, you could say. It's not only model, it's organization here, and digitizations of information. So I want to show you a little bit about IFC and 19650 and the other one here. Okay, so this is fairly new. It's out on as a CD, and I heard today that the third part also is out right now. So please have a look. It's the base, it's the core principles and specifications, it's the facilitating data exchange through metadata. And now number 3 is out, concepts in BIM and GIS standards mapping. I won't go through this, I just wanted to show you that there are these standards concerning BIM and GIS. I have not put in everything about digital twin and so on. This is just the one for BIM and GIS. So, Building Smart and OGC. We are working with in the same area, but not really. And we have seen that there is a need to define use cases for BIM and GIS. So we have collaborated in a joint work group and trying to formulate a project. And the project is about OpenBIM and GIS, and we have a roadmap. And in this report here, you can find the roadmap and description of the project. But it is to preserve the data lifecycle and try to see how we can get the use cases from this then, and explain for everybody how you should use this then. So it was, this roadmap was delivered, or what should you say, in last year. And if you have a look at the working groups within those two organizations, I don't know if you know, but these organizations are the organizations that develop and maintain the standards. So Building Smart have the IFC standard. So I'm in the railway domain, and my colleague is in the infrastructure domain here. So we are highly involved in the latest IFC 4.3 for infrastructure developing, which came out last year. Oh no, no, last year. Use cases then. So user stories, collected user stories from all our users. So this is where we are right now. We have this roadmap. We have engaged our communities, and we have formulated a kind of steering committee. And now we have collected the user stories, which will end up in some use cases. So I will talk a little bit about that work now. So we have collected domain user cases from different domains, and we have gone out from this, you see in the below. As a road designer, I want to make this so that I can do this. So we are focusing on the needs from all domains to get hold of these good use cases. And we have ended up in, yeah, you can see on the right side here, left, the building smart domain input. And then we got the input from OGC also, and we ended up in 5 focus areas, use cases. And these are going to be 3, which we would work further on then. So it's, so now we're going to analyze those 5 we have here and prioritize the 3 use cases. And then we're going to call for pilots and work with, to develop a kind of standards toolkit, and also involve the software vendors. So this is the status we are right now. But we have a plan to really train for this also, and see how we can get other use cases done by this way also. Okay, so that was the standards there is, and it was the working group for OGC and Building Smart. Now I will talk a little bit about how we have adopted this Open BIM and IFC then. So this is mainly BIM right now, but I think it could, it's related. So short of the Swedish Transport Administration, just so put it in a kind of picture here. We are responsible for the long-term planning of the traffic system, road, rail, shipping and aviation. So the whole thing, planning for it. But we are only responsible for construction, operation and maintenance of the state road and railways. So what I'm talking about right now is to the state roads and railways, focus on that one. So our goal is to get some kind of controlled flow of our information in our large projects, investment projects, but also in our asset management area. So we need to structure our data. It's not always so structured, and we have to make the right requirements for our data and find out how to share these. So our main standards that we are using is for quality, and 55,000 for asset management, 9650 and this one for IFC and Open BIM. I don't know if you have heard about Open BIM, but I will give you a short brief about that one. Open BIM is our workflow in our projects. It's a workflow for the entire life cycle, and it's also the process for standards that Building Smart are coming out from. But it's also an approach to apply open standards, use neutral formats, and to be independent. So this is Open BIM, you could say. All these short abbreviations. We have the use case management, we have the BSDD, which is a kind of library, we have the validation service, and we have IDS, which is an information delivery specification, and we have IFC, which is information format, and BCF is more for quality assurance. And we work with, right now, then with IFC and IDS then. I don't know how much time I have. 10 minutes, okay. And what is IFC and IDS then? IFC is an ISO format, of course, ISO standard. It's both an information model and an extensive format for models. And it's neutral and open, of course. And IDS is used for specifying the information requirements and also to configure different softwares. But it's only for value field checking. And we have a lot of more requirements on our models for different domains. So we're starting with this main, you could say, value field checking. We have to start somewhere. So here is an example for our first requirements on for IFC 4.3. So we are focusing on metadata right now. The coordinate system must be there, and also the spatial structure for our models then. We have a project within, implementation project within, focusing on this, and within this we also have a lot of pilot projects. So we have this large project in Stockholm, a bypass. They are starting to get finished with the construction, and they must hand over the project to our asset management. This is a large project, a lot of tunnels and installations. You can see some numbers here. So this project, we only have models in this project. Of course, we have other things too, but mainly models. So to make drawings out of these models, to deliver drawings as we collect today, it's not an option. It's going to be too expensive. So we have to find a way to deliver all the models, especially for the tunnels and installation. So we have set requirements on IFC then. So this is kind of pilot. So we're converting now all the DVG files to IFC. We do this with FME. And while we're doing this, we're also setting up the information model for our IFC, how we want them to get into our asset management or maintenance department, because we want to use the IFC as a model, and then we have a lot of different systems our data should go into. So we want to have the IFC file and pick out different information who goes to different other databases. So we work a lot with ontologies to make this happen. So it's not only the IFC, it's everything around it, how we should handle it also. Project in generally, we have requirements for BIM in all our projects. Sometimes in the smaller projects we don't get the models for that, but we also have solutions for GIS. We have for collaboration also with the public in all our projects. So it's to get hold of the data, we go through the GIS platform, and then we can also get hold of the 3D model through that. We are experimenting to take in the 3D models into the GIS also. But we're also busy with many other issues. It's safety issue. If you put everything together, is that safe? And if we have this cloud problem, we don't want all our information to be in the cloud. And we're not really sure how to solve this. We have a new strategy in Sweden for digitalization, and we can see the 3 main points in that strategy is safety, AI, and data. We have to get this in order. So it's everybody's working with it, I could say. Then we also look into the tools, of course, for visualization, information retrieval. So we're looking at different tools now which we could have in our maintenance department. We are not doing this ourselves. We are working, I can just go through everything here. We're working international with ODC, Building Smart International. We are engaged in the EU BIM task group. We're Europe's rail. We are in all the clients for the road and rail in the Nordics. We are collaborating through these questions to see. So we are not alone. That's what I will see. So we have Bane NOR, Trafikledsverket, Nye Veier. So it's Norway, Denmark, Finland, Sweden, and now we have Iceland also in this network, discussing standards and BIM and GIS. Yeah. So this is my last slide. I just want to give you an update. We have a yearbook for this collaboration group, and it talks about standards, it talks about BIM. And we would like to share this because we have the same market. So we want to share this to see what we're working with in the different clients' organization. This is a link for last year's, but we are updating the new one in January. So it's coming a new edition of this one. Yeah, that was short about very much.
That's great. You describe it as being short, but there's an awful lot of detail in there. Yeah. But I did like the emphasis working with Building Smart and OGC. I think here at TC211 we're well aware of that arrangement that's happening at the moment. And it's good to see that standards are live and well at the Swedish Traffic Administration, and that you take that time to go and influence those standards, and that your organisation benefits coming back. The other thing that really struck me was the collaboration at the end, just the huge amount of collaboration that you're doing across other countries, and making that effort and reaching out and trying to solve common problems. I did used to work in the engineering side of geospatial, so I am aware of the handover between construction and asset management. There's a big crack there. Lots of information falls away, and you need to be able to manage that appropriately. Does anybody have any questions?
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Senki Hong. Actually, I'm the project leader for one of the projects that you said about the JWG14 of SC13. So part 1 and 2 are out there for CD consultation. And I wish, this is basically not a question, but my comment. I'm so glad that those standards are being watched and being read, because we've been putting a lot of effort to bring these two domains together, and pretty much we've been focusing on at the conceptual level, try to get the framework correct, and how two domains can actually communicate each other with same language, basically. So we are getting some results out of those efforts. Canada, Korea is doing the part 1 and 2, and China is doing part 3 and 4. And as you mentioned, the part 1, 2, 3 is out there for city consultation. So I encourage you to go over the document and give many comments to improve the document. And also I realized that the BSI and OGC is doing a lot of work, especially in the use case and practical solutions. So I think the input from the practitioners would greatly benefit the conceptual level standardization as well. So I would expect more input from you, and I'll try to do my best to include those in the standards. Okay, thank you so much.
Any other questions, Doc?
Everybody wants coffee.
Yes, Trond. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Trond Hovland. I'm the convener of the GIS ITS working group, a joint working group. So we are constantly being challenged by the automotive community on how to get our hands on the BIM data to help navigate within indoors, like Sanki Hong is also heading up. So more cooperation between the joint working group 14 and joint working group 11 should be encouraged. Thank you.
Yeah, you've got an easy time so far, Susanne. Nobody's wanting to ask a question. Is anybody got a question for Susanne? Two good contacts there. So,
Yes.
Okay, we'll now take a break. Thanks.